before your next tee off, maybe we should warm up with some of these exercises so that you have a better golf game ahead of you. Let's take a lie down onto your mat today, just finding your position where you have enough room behind you so that your arms could go overhead without bumping into anything. So just setting yourself up nice and easy on the mat, thinking of the center line of your body, and then your legs just on either side of that. We're going to send the arms all the way over, take a nice big breath in, and then circle the arms around and wide down to your sides. And again, sending arms up and over and circling down to the sides. We're going to do that one more time. So in golf, there are many parts of the body that need to be working in coordination. Let's switch the circle around, going the opposite way and bring the arms forward and down. And in this workout today, we're going to be working through some of those integrated parts so that your game can be better and more fun. Reaching the arms all the way down, hold with the arms at your side. And we're going to start with the pelvis rolling up away from the floor, lifting up into the air. And then lowering your body all the way back down again towards the mat. So we're not going to take many repetitions today, maybe about 3 of each, just to get the body moving a little bit. So if you start your game with these kind of warm-ups, you're going to have a better time through your game so that you are not fatiguing halfway through, and it's just going to give you the strength and coordination that you're looking for in certain shots. From here, we're going to send your right leg and cross it over the top of the left thigh. Keep the knee aiming up and the hip aiming up as we go into our single leg bridge. So as we do this, again, 3 only on each side, what you're looking for is the strength and stability on your single standing leg, which again is perfect for when you're taking your swing. And coming up, we're going to do something similar toward the end of the class, just working on your balance and single leg stance. And then switch your legs over. So again, just crossing the ankle over the top side of the thigh, so on the outside edge. Make your hands do whatever they feel comfortable. Could be palms down, could be palms up. But the emphasis here is on that equal lifting of the 2 sides of the hips, even though you have one leg that's pushing off of the floor. As I do the single leg work, I've not let my foot cross into the center. I still have it on the outside where it was originally in the double bridge. Rest the 2 feet back down, and now let's bring the toes and the heels as close to each other as you can, knees touching if possible. We're going to go back up into the bridge and then hold your shape here with your right leg only extended all the way out in front of you, pulling your toes back, and then lower that foot back to the mat. Your aim is to keep the hips up high, stretch the left leg forward, and then bringing it back. 2 more times on each side, keeping the back of the head rested between your shoulders, and also trying to keep that pelvis as balanced as possible. 1 more time each side. This is really going to wake up the sides and the back of your glute area. Again, all of these muscles so important for how you stand in your golf. And then bringing your body all the way down from there. So from here, we're going to just flip over onto your side. And as you do, have your 2 hands laced behind the back of your head. Bend your knees up nice and tight. And then from here, we're going to open the chest towards the ceiling. So of course, when you think of golf, you're going to think of rotation. But of course, we're not going to only do rotation. We've got to balance all of the moves with each other so that you're going to get the best out of your body and out of your game. 1 more time as we take our body over, and we're going to stay in this backward position. So when you do your swing, your arm is really important. So we're going to work into an external rotation. So rotating your arm out to the side, palm facing up, and then slide your arm above your head and pull the elbow back down. So your image is to think that you were holding something in your palm as you slide the arm up and down, and keeping your arm and shoulder in what we call congruency, which means keeping the 2 arm and the shoulder blade joined together as smoothly as possible, and then rolling yourself back to your start. We're going to repeat that on the other side, so flipping yourself over to find the next way. So again, alignment of head down to tail is key. If you're on a slanted position forward, you're not going to get the best out of your movement. So rolling back, aiming your chest for the sky, and then rolling yourself forward. So if we included breathing, which would be a great thing to do, we would exhale the body backward, And then we're going to inhale the body forward. If you enjoy the stretch as much as I do, you sometimes want to stay open for an extra breath, and that is quite fine by me. Like sending the arm out to the side, create that right angle. So making sure your shoulder is settled down, your arm bone is sinking, and then we're going to slide the arm up and slide the arm down. So not only is this working on your shoulder organization, but it is opening up into the front of your chest, so your pectoral muscles, and then bringing everything back down. Let's send the two hands again behind the head and close everything back to your start. From here, we're going to flip over onto all fours position, and having your hands and your knees always important under your hips and your shoulders, so that you've got a really good position and a good foundation to move from. From here, we're going to send your right hand behind the back of your head, and what you're going to do is you're going to bend into the left elbow and aim your right elbow tip towards the mat, and then bringing yourself all the way back up again. So again, lowering the elbow towards the ground. Now, as you do this, we're looking to avoid twisting in your pelvis and your lower waist. So it's movement in the upper spine that we're working through. From there, we switch our hand position. So left hand goes behind. And then as I come down, a little softness in the elbow as I touch one elbow to the ground and point the other elbow to the side. Coming up in between each time to that perfect position that you started with. Good alignment. Head is always going to be higher than the shoulders. This is an important position to remember that in. And then from there, we bring both hands back down to the floor. We're going to lower the elbows towards the mat, creating a little bit of like an animal drinking from a water pond, and then bringing the arms back up. It's also known as a push-up in fitness. So we're going to lower your forearms down towards the mat, making sure you don't drop your head down towards the ground. And then pressing up tall. One more time like that as we lower and as we lift. From here, we're going to take our left hand and put it over the top of our right. And we're going to go again, but this time we're going to lower into the right elbow and then lower the left, and then lift the left and lift the right. So we go down with the right, down with the left, up with the left, up with the right. It's quite a little seesaw motion, and it's meant to produce these different feelings in your upper back. So we're working into, again, a little bit of rotation and a little bit of side bend. So we're going to go down with the left first, down with the right, up with the right, and up with the left. And again, 2 more times like that. Really enjoy how this movement feels in your body. Notice where it's easy, where it feels a little stuck, because that's also going to give you some information about where you can focus attention in your body. From here, we're going to extend one leg out behind you. This is my right leg, and we're going to go for a toe tuck. I'm just going to walk forward on my mat to make sure my toes are still on my mat surface. And from here, we're going to go into a push to your toes. So your weight will come forward over your hands, and then sinking the heel back, moving away from the hands. So the body is being rocked forward and backward by the action of the heel behind, the ankle pointing, the ankle flexing. And then we'll do 2 more of these. And then last time. And then we're going to switch our legs over. So extending the left leg out, toes in a tuck position. So focusing on the alignment of your heel, push up onto the ball of the foot, travel forward, sink towards your heel. Now, it is a little bit of a calf stretching movement, but it's not your classic calf stretch. So don't worry if you're not feeling it as a stretch. It's about mobility through your ankle, through your toes, and all the way up the chain towards your glutes again. And then bringing everything back down. Let's lie down onto your tummy. And from here, let's send the 2 arms long at your side. Begin by raising the front of the chest up, lightly peeling the shoulders away from the ground, and just slide your fingers down towards your feet, and then lower everything back down again. And repeating, lifting from the top of the head first, the chest bone comes off, the collarbones wrap around, and the fingers lengthen down, and then back to your mat. One more time, remembering as you're coming up to not send your eyes forward and wrinkle at the back of your neck. You want to keep the neckline really long, really focusing on the front of your chest. We're going to come up again, and as we do, we're going to stay in the lift of your position. We're going to pulse the arms up for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then lower everything back to the mat. From here, we're going to slide the arms forward in front of you so they're about the width of your mat position. And then just create a little bit of a lift in your spine, letting the hands slide in that little bit closer towards you. Keep the body height as it is, and we're going to start with the right hand only, sliding out and all the way around towards your side, and then bringing that arm all the way forward again. And then the other side is going to circle around and bringing it to the front. So we're going to do another 2 to each side. And as you do, notice how your hand suddenly swivels around at a certain point. And that's part of the design of the shoulder. Don't fight it. Let it go. Fingertips face down, and then fingertips will naturally face up. And then they'll reverse as you bring your arm to the front. Your focus is keeping just a lightness of your chest away from the floor, working in the upper back area, not forcing anything in the lower back. And then last one, bringing it all the way down to the mat. From here, we're going to push back up onto an all fours position. And we're going to keep your right knee bent underneath you and send your left foot forward into a lunge shape. I like to wriggle the toes a little further forward, and then both hands can lightly rest onto the front thigh, and then lean your body weight forward, opening and exposing the front of that right hip, and then bringing yourself back again. So this is a great one to open up into the hip flexors. As you're pressing forward, we're not dipping and scrunching into the low back, so you really are holding yourself quite steady around your center. On the next one, we'll come forward and we're going to hold the shape here. Send your arm up to the ceiling on the right and tip over in the direction of the left. So if you're doing different arms and legs to me, that's okay, as long as you're moving away from the leg that's behind you and then bringing your body all the way up. We'll switch sides over. So opposite leg goes forward. Quite good to try and do that without your hands touching the ground. So notice if you've got that coordination. Both hands again lightly on the front of your thigh as you lean into the stretch and then push back. The image I like to think of in this movement is that I'm a set of drawers just sliding forward and sliding backward. With drawers, they don't bend, they don't buckle. So it's quite a nice image to think of having as you go to the front and to the back. On the next one, let's stay forward and hold. Cross your forearm over the front thigh and then lift up and side bend away from your back leg. Feels very good. And then bringing yourself all the way back up. From here, we're going to take a standing position up towards the top. And we're going to finish with 2 exercises. So similar to our bridging that we did on our mat, we're going to do a little squat. So you're going to send your bottom backwards, reach your arms out in front of you. Make your weight even between the 2 legs. Try not to separate the knees apart, but feel them going over the tops of your toes, and then standing your body up tall again. And we'll repeat. As you go back, you want to think that you've got the crown of the head and the tailbone in a long line. So we haven't arched and we haven't rounded through the spine. You just have that long line from head to toe, and then coming back up. One more time as we send the arms out, holding the position. You'll notice that we're here just for a little bit longer than just dropping down, so building into the side strength of those legs, and then coming all the way back up. So now we're going to do our single leg version. So just taking one foot away from the floor. Your first challenge is, can you just stay in the single position like so without any hand support? If you can't and you need a wall surface or your golf club to kind of hold your balance, then do that. And now we're going to go again 3 times. Sink the bottom back behind you, reaching the arms forward in front, and then standing up nice and tall. What you'll definitely find on this one is that you're going to have one leg that's a little stronger than the other, and that's quite normal. Welcome to the human population. And again, last time we're reaching out and standing up. So I might also mention that when we stand on a mat surface, often there's a little bit of a wobble happening. So if you're feeling like you need to stand on something steadier like the floor, go ahead and do that. So begin by standing on the second leg where you are just holding your other foot off of the ground. And that might be enough for you for today. You can always progress to the single squat later. And then when you're ready, let's go 3 times, dropping into the little squat, reaching the arms forward and coming back up to stand. So hopefully what you've noticed is with all of the squats, the bottom goes backward, the arms go forward, and you're not loading the front of your knee, which means you haven't sunk down to the floor. You're more like pushing back and reaching forward and then coming all the way to the top. All right, so we're going to leave it with that for today. I hope you enjoyed that as a gentle warm-up, and if you're looking for more, you can always send me a message and say please add. And remember to like, comment and subscribe to the video and the channel if you got benefit from it, and of course feel free to share it along to anyone who may enjoy the content as well. Look forward to seeing you again in another one soon. Bye. Boom.